Let it go to the light.
I think it's the main thing. Must be the main. Because our speaker sounds good.
Yeah, this one.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Oh, for God's sake. I'm on sign now, so I gotta keep quiet. Okay. I'm so happy to see you.
Nobody will know the difference. Least of all me.
Chilling.
Yeah, yeah. go, yeah, baby.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
We'll share a seat.
Well, we could do that.
Are we starting this show now?
Let's start the show. Yeah.
Hey, look, we got everybody over here. We're just going to keep them right here.
This is great. So we have a brand new song we're going to share. It's the opener. We'd like to remind you we'd love for you to sing, but please put your masks on while singing. That's the reg right now. And here we go.
And this has to do with what the talk is about today. Isn't that cool? Huh? Okay. We utilized a little Earth, Wind, and Fire to help us with this. Everything happens for me.
Everything happens to me.
Everything happens for me.
Everything happens to me.
Everything happens for me.
Everything happens to me.
Everything happens for me.
Everything happens to me. Everything happens to me.
Everything happens for me. Everything happens for me.
Everything happens to me.
Nothing,
No one is against me. Everything happens to me. Nothing, no one is against me. Everything happens to me. Everything happens to me. Everything happens to me. Everything happens to me.
everything happens for me.
Good morning and welcome to our Unity of Walnut Creek service. My name's Delilah.
And I am Bob Hardy. Welcome on this beautiful day to be here with us together to pray and to be here in service.
Is that you?
Please join us in turning to the camera and waving hello to our audience online. Your presence adds to our spiritual community. Thank you for joining us.
Please join me in welcoming our guest musicians, Narayan and Janet. Thank you so much for sharing your music with us today.
We have quite a fan club here. Yes, they do.
Thank you so much for sharing your music with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Reverend Kristin will be delivering our today's message, and it's entitled, Nothing is Against You. What an appropriate intro, right? You got the big intro there. It was awesome. This is part 1 of 7 of the Eye of the Storm series.
Before we begin, I invite you to turn your phones to silent as we enjoy the sacred service together.
Or you can turn them on stun, whichever works. Let's take a moment to be grateful for the land that we live on and we work on and that we are here to be with. This is the land of Ohlone, Bay Miwok, and Yukat's land.
We honor its ancestry and are grateful for those who have come before us. We commit to taking care of these sacred grounds and of our Mother Earth.
Right. Very good. Okay, turn the page. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. Our vision for the world is we envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness.
And our mission is who we have come here to be. Let's say this together. We are a loving community expanding and living our divinity in sacred service to all.
That's right.
Our core values are love, connection, service, and wisdom.
If you are with us for the first time, welcome. And if you feel comfortable, please raise your hand so we may acknowledge you. Any new people here today? You're always new. Thank you for being here this morning and joining us. We're so glad to have you with us, and please visit with us after the service on the patio. We have a lot going on out there, and to visit the bookstore. And
connection cards are available in the newcomer welcome packets and in the seat pockets in front of you. These are for everyone. With this card, you may submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will pray with you throughout the week.
That's right. And you may also share feedback or request information. Please place your card in the basket with the offering. And for those of you who are viewing online, connection cards are available on the Watch Live page of our website.
Please consider comfort levels if hugging one another before and after services. We welcome you to socialize on the patio after service or visit our bookstore.
Our campus is open for on-site classes and groups. Masking is optional, although we recommend masking indoors. And it's very important to mask while we're singing and carrying on. We have several activities to highlight this week.
Thank you all who attended our volunteer appreciation event last Sunday. If you volunteered in the last 2 years and missed the volunteer appreciation celebration, please see an usher and after service so we can give you a thoughtful gift for your sacred service. If you're watching online, please send an email to office@unityofwalnutcreek.org.
Yes, that was quite a volunteer appreciation time. Great food. I know there's a lot of people here that were participating. Just a great acknowledgement. I know you were there, and it was just a tremendous opportunity to get together and acknowledge our volunteers, who are just most everybody. It's awesome, really awesome. That's right, huh? Our fall book study, I'm going to start over again, begins this week. We'll be reading the book The Eye of the Storm by Gary Simmons. Together we'll learn how life, including conflict, doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. Yeah, easy to say. Join the group to learn how to embrace conflict and follow a process that leads to peacemaking with inside yourself, your relationships, and outside circumstances. And on your way to the bookstore to purchase your books, sign up for a group on the patio, or sign up by sending an email to office@unityofwalnutcreek.org to do this adventure together.
So what kind of feelings do you have when you think about money? Excitement, fear, greed? Dmitry Doronkin is offering a unique opportunity to explore the thoughts and emotions you have around money. Join him on October 16th at 2 p.m. for the Money Shower Workshop. This free workshop will help you to create positive changes in your relationship with money.
All right. And then our fall fundraiser team is on the patio right now for our carnival. Buy your ticket to the event, sign up to participate by volunteering, or sign up for one of the amazing play dates being organized by creative people at Unity. A lot of opportunities for fun coming up. Join us on the patio after the service.
Please see our website for a full listing, registration, and login information for all of our events. You can also pick up flyers and register for events in our bookstore. You can also pick up a list of this week's events on the patio.
We have one more mention.
Unity Bros Bocce League beat out the other teams to win the Martinez League tournament. Congratulations!
The Ben's Bocce team beat 40 other teams. Quite the tournament, quite the accomplishment. We've been playing together for a long time, and at least we know where one of their talents is. In a very loving way, he says. Nice win. It was lovingly. Nice, loving win. Thanks for bringing Unity to the bocce court. Right on. As we prepare for our time of meditation, please join me in taking a conscious breath and just being here presently, to ground here, to be here together for a time, and affirming our statement of faith together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God.
With every breath we take, we dissolve more and more into that truth of our being, more into the allness of God, a return to our source. And so we breathe in and breathe out. One with the One. And with every breath, an opportunity for our troubles and concerns to melt away. God is, I am. Perhaps that mantra serves you, a simple chant or affirmation to align with every breath. Breathing in, God is. Breathing out, I am. Like a bubble becoming the sea. Dissolving into the oneness, returning to the source from which it came. For now, we let go and let God. And enter that deep ocean of quiet within ourselves. God is, I am. I breathe in, knowing the nature of God everywhere present. I breathe out as the divine expression, the essence and truth, the I am. I am made of this godly ocean. I become it now, more consciously, in the silence. as I begin to stir from the depths of the ocean's stillness that is God itself. As I begin to move as a wave of this large body of everlasting love. I am infilled with more of the truth of who I am. Aware now more of my potential. Like a bubble, beginning to see itself as the sea. I experience now more of life as the source, as an expression of the one who has come to be love, to bring peace. I am a bubble, realizing that I'm actually the sea. And so it is.
Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. Make me the sea, oh make me the sea. Wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea. Wave of the sea, dissolve in the sea. I am a bubble, make me the sea. I am a bubble, make me the sea. I am a bubble, make me the sea.
Do-over. Well, the guys get to do it. Uh-oh. He just decided he was wrong, so I can go back to what I was doing. Hey, this fits right with a book, doesn't it? We learn so much here from you guys. Snap them if you got them.
Truth, set intention, feel real, the power within. Breathe in love's dimension, speak out, do it again.
No longer find it hard to say just what I feel. No need to think it out, 'cause love has better appeal.
Will change on the outside, but the inside wants to reveal. Through my words and my actions, I take a big breath and I say what I feel. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Speak the truth
and set
intention, feel real, the power within.
Breathe in love's dimension, speak out, do it again.
Notice closely what happens when I speak my truth with love. No longer any questions, it's as clear as the blue sky above.
My life has been set in motion. I am who I came here to be. I've taken on a notion dimension. Feel real, the power within. Breathe in love's dimension. Speak out, Judith.
Love you guys. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Oh, she's getting up.
Oh, did you think you were doing a concert? That's all right. That sounds good. We're in the moment, right? I don't know, music or words? What do you think? Was there some saying about that? The sound of spirit, the sound of humanity is speaking, the sound of spirit is singing. You know, the movement of humanity is walking, but the movement of spirit is dancing. Yeah, right? It's all about song and dance. Welcome, everyone online. We're so glad to have you with us. And I just want to say congratulations again to the Bros of Unity. Yeah. You know that BROS is an acronym. Brothers Recognizing Our Spirituality. And Mike told me that the person in charge of the Federation for Bocce said, well, this team maybe wouldn't win according to skill, but there's some, just skill. I'm sure there's lots of skill. But there's something about the team and how they move together. Well, they don't know the secret acronym. So way to go, guys. So I want to start out today with a riddle. I don't think I've ever given you a riddle exactly. Maybe we could call it even a koan. So before Jesus, before Buddha, before Moses, even before the pyramids were built. I know, that's a stretch way back, right? Yeah, before you, Irene. That's true. She said it. I did not say that. She said that. There was a being born on earth that is still living today. I know. It's pretty cool to think about, isn't it? In fact, this being resides in California. Can you guess what it is? Carl gets the prize. It's an ancient bristlecone pine tree. It lives in the Inyo Mountains, sometimes called the White Mountains. And it's called Methuselah. It's the oldest tree on Earth, we think, currently at 4,855 years. Now, this picture is of an ancient bristlecone pine tree because Methuselah's location is a secret. So only the park folks know the specifics of where Methuselah, and the researchers know. But these trees are so, as you can see, beautiful, right? There's these golden and red tones. It might be something they would say. Usually they're very kind-hearted, though, and they wouldn't say something like that. But I do think what they would say is, nothing is against me. Nothing is against me. What if we believed that nothing was against us? Maybe even no one was against us. I can guarantee you that our lives would have more joy, more of a sense of connection and fulfillment in many different ways. More of a sense of freedom and resiliency, for sure. So our fall study groups and series starts today with the book, The Eye of the Storm by Reverend Dr. Gary Simmons, who's a Unity minister. Going good, we wait for the other shoe to drop, right? There's this underlying false belief that many of life's experiences are just happening to us and we're victims, right? Protect your heart, defend your ego, and defend your reputation, which is really part of the ego anyway, right? Is it possible that some of life's experiences have actually become worse because of how we related to them? Yeah, right? All the time. Every one of us probably point to a bunch of different examples in our own lives, maybe something that even happened this morning, right? So sometimes it's just a matter of, how do we fill in the missing gaps of our knowledge? How do we take missing pieces of information? The careless driver on the road, the brusque person behind the counter, the siren you just heard, the 3 a.m. phone call that came in and your phone was buzzing all of a sudden, the thing that your spouse said or your coworker said or your friend said. We don't know maybe all the information of what just happened, or maybe we don't even know what was actually said. We think we heard something that was said, and then we fill in the gaps of what we don't know. And humans love stories, right? I know I love stories. I think you love stories too, right? This is often how we remember, how we learn. So stories generally have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And we like the whole story. So if we don't have the whole story, we just make stuff up. And then we operate as if it's the truth. And it's riddled with assumptions, right? Remember one of the 4 agreements? Don't make assumptions. And Byron Katie's work is the perfect antidote to that if you're not familiar with it. Is it true? Is it absolutely true? How can I know that it have a little more room for truth to arise? So I want to invite you to visualize, if you'd like. If you'd like to close your eyes for a moment. And just dropping back into that rich place within the heart that we were just visiting in meditation. And maybe, hopefully, you never left. And taking a few breaths into this space. I invite you in this space to call forth a recent or a current experience of adversity. This could be anything, big or small. Just let whatever comes. Something that didn't go or isn't going your way. And now imagine yourself accepting this situation, allowing it to be just as it is. Trusting that this exact experience has arisen for you. And knowing that more understanding may be yet to be revealed. And now you notice that a wise and loving being has showed up. It may be a feeling or a form or some light. Who knows how it shows up for you. But in some way, a presence has shown up, and you know it. It is wise and loving. And now I invite you to hand the whole situation over to them. This is a wise and loving being. You can trust them. Feel how it is to release your burden, to hand it over. If your situation has involved a conflict with another person, imagine dropping down from the story of your mind into the presence in your heart. And it's the entire experience now, and just breathe in and out of the heart a few times. Easy, clearing breath. And when you are ready, come back into this space and open your eyes. That's better, isn't it? See, often our fears are not based on real evidence of danger, but are rather an indication that we have mentally disconnected or separated ourselves from the divine. So it's not really possible to ever be completely disconnected from the divine because we're a part of it. But it is definitely possible to think that we are and to experience then a sense of separation because of that. So fear is not always evidence of real danger. It may just be pointing us to the fact that we've disconnected in thought. So what could help us then is by remembering our unity principles, we can get back to that centered place. The first two principles in unity are the big ones to really ground in, right? The first one is God is, the nature of God. We say a statement of faith every Sunday that really solidifies this. There is one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Every time we say that, we are saying, nothing is against me, right? God is everywhere present. It's an all-loving goodness. It's in me. It's around me. It's everywhere. And so nothing is opposing. And then there's the second principle that says, I am this innate divinity. This is the truth of who I am. So we're reminding ourselves the nature of the universe is a friendly place filled with loving goodness of God. And I am, at the center of that, I am divine, which means I am naturally whole and therefore nothing can oppose me. So when we ground there, everything flows from that place. We are actually shifting a mindset of fear into a mindset of faith. When we root like ancient bristlecone pine trees in these truths, then we recall who we are and what God is, and everything flows from there. Faith, when it's in action, looks like trust. It looks like, we look like, when we're in that space, somebody who trusts the divine flow of life. Somebody who trusts that they can co-create a life with Spirit. Somebody who trusts the innate wisdom of Spirit to show them where to go and what to do and what to say and what's next in their lives. So does shifting from a mindset of fear into a mindset of faith ensure that there will be no more adversity, no more conflict, no more problems, no more of that human stuff? No. I'm here to deliver the bad news. No. But here's the good news, or the reminder of what it's all about, right? We signed up to be a part of Earth School as souls to incarnate onto a planet full of duality and contrast and challenge. Why? Because it helps us spiritually grow and it allows the divine to fulfill itself. So we get to participate in that. For God to know itself through us and through all the calamities that we face, it's an opportunity for us to awaken, to grow, to remember, to demonstrate, to overcome. So that's the really juicy part of what we're about as human beings, really spiritual beings, having this human experience. So I became a Unity minister 20 years ago. Hard to believe. And yeah, thank you. Thank you. Does feel like a big milestone. I didn't think about it till after it had passed. I was like, oh, this year was our 20th anniversary. And in that particular month, June of 2002, a lot of stuff happened. It was a joyous time. It was an exciting time. It was a time of, just like graduations typically are, right? The world is your oyster. What will come next? As you step out, what will it look like? It's scary, it's exciting, it's passionate, it's all these things, right? Well, I did not follow the advice of many in terms of, I got involved in a relationship just before ministerial school. And when I got to ministerial school, they said, don't get involved in a new relationship. Too late. So that same month, weeks after ordination, my partner and I were to be married on the Unity grounds. It was the very first same-sex union allowed at Unity in the history of Unity. We had worked, we had petitioned, we had met with board members and, you know, the highest echelons of the organization to be allowed to have this marriage. And weeks before, months before really, things weren't growing great in the relationship. Issues were arising, and I took it into prayer a lot. And Spirit kept saying, go, 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 keep going, go ahead. So I did, we did. Paula and I dreamed of having a retreat ministry together. We had a lot of the things worked out in our minds, very exciting, right? But the issues didn't resolve, and 4 months later, we went our separate ways. Why? Why? Really, there was a lot of that. You've been there before, right? And why was I guided to do this? Oh my gosh, I was angry, I was sad, I was flummoxed, I was embarrassed. I mean, it was a hard time. Meanwhile, all my classmates were flying off to their new ministries with joy and sending emails and making phone calls of how great it was. And I was going, what the heck is going on? Right? So it was a really big time of growth. I lamented my lot a lot. I bent the ears of my friends and family about how I'd been done wrong. Could have been a country song playing over and over again, you know? Have you been here before? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So these life experiences were not at all what I had imagined. I mean, to top it off, I had been guided into ministry, and then I had no breadcrumbs of where to go next. It was like, what am I supposed to do? What's my ministry? Was I supposed to do this at all? No, I didn't really question that because I knew it, I felt it, but I did feel lost as to where to go. So given that this was supposed to be a joyous time, I kind of put that lid on top of it, right? And everything seemed to be working against me. So Gary says our well-being is held hostage or liberated by what we make our life experiences mean. Liberated or held hostage, our well-being. It's our choice, right? It's all about what we make it mean and how we interact with it. Look, the truth is, pain is going to happen in human life, right? Suffering is a choice. Suffering is always a choice. So one day I found myself at the chapel in the woods. It's a place on Unity campus. It's a rustic platform with a frame, literally in the woods. I loved that place. And there I was, on my knees, praying, right? It was that kind of prayer. Pray crying. Anybody ever pray cry? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Pray crying, yeah. And I talked to God. I talked to God within me. I talked to God all around me. I talked to the trees. And I said, I want clarity. I want understanding. I want direction. I know I was called to be here. I know I was called to do this. What is next? What am I supposed to do? And what was I met with? Silence. Silence. Well, here's the thing. I was working at Silent Unity. I didn't put it together at the time. Silent Unity, if you don't know, is Unity's international prayer ministry, which meant I had the privilege of being on the phone all day long, praying with people, and in a room full of crescendoing prayers all day long. Part of our paid time was to go in the prayer vigil chapel and meditate for half an hour every day. Do you think I might have been in the right place? My supervisor was like a mother figure. She was a wise and patient confidant, and she later became a very good friend. So right under my nose was everything I needed, exactly what I needed. It reminds me of the Karen Taylor Good song, I pray for what I want, and I get what I need, essentially. And so that's always the case, right? I don't always get what I want, but I do get what I need. And it's, what's that? Rolling Stones? Oh, Rolling Stones did it too. All right, cool. I've been steeped in New Thought music for a long time. I should get out more. I know. I've seen Mick Jagger. It's just been a while. So my prayers then become prayers of surrender, right? Of giving over and letting go and letting God. Oh, such a nice way to go, really. And in hindsight, I can say that I learned a lot of lessons about trust and humility and self-love during that time. In hindsight, I saw these life experiences were not against me, they were for me. So you don't have to wait until you have hindsight. You can have foresight right now. For whatever is up in your life, whatever comes your way from this day forward, for whatever you're chewing on from 100 years ago or 10 years ago or 1 year, it doesn't matter. Whatever is present for you right now, you can have foresight to say, this is not against me, it's for me. How? Show me the way. Maybe it'll be met with silence for a while. Whatever you get will be exactly what you need, even this life circumstance. Because whatever it is here to help us grow. It's here to help us spiritually awaken. It's here to help us move into the places of divine flow and joy and so on. So, I can't imagine, if you can't imagine that whatever that particular circumstance that is up is for you right now, maybe you can just shift into a place of trust and know that in divine time it will be revealed to you. I can't see it now, but in divine time, I trust that I will see the blessings. And in the meantime, I'm going to do my best to shift out of fear, out of that mindset of fear, into one of faith. So how? How do we do that? Well, I've been blessed to be amongst the ancient bristlecone pine trees a few times, and a couple times I've had some really rich spiritual experiences. In one of them, I asked a tree, what was my message to bring back to my people at that time? And the tree said, rest. That was all. Rest. Said it several times, but that was all. I tried to get more out of the tree. I'm a doer. I wanted actions. Rest. Rest, allow, sleep, pause, grieve, love, whatever it is that's there in rest for you. Let it be, right? Let it be. Rest is our acronym to shift from fear to faith. And it's simple. We can root in our spiritual principles, that's the R. Express our gratitude for what is here now. What are the gifts that are available to me right now? Surrender in prayer and trust divine timing. When we do those things, I'm telling you, everything flows with grace and ease, even the most difficult situations. To paraphrase Gary, life experiences are portals, breaking, and breakthrough points intended to spiritually awaken us. So we can choose to work with them, or we can fight against them. One route will point us to more suffering, and the other will free us to grow and to realize our divine potential. So let's just shift from fear to faith. Let's just allow ourselves that, knowing nothing is against us. In fact, everything is for us. Will you affirm that with me? Nothing is against me. My life experiences are here for me. And so it is.
Everything happens for me.
I will remember that. It's musical. Yeah. Well, we saw that when Todd and Lisa, they send us an email and all the information every time. And we saw that phrase at the bottom and went, whoa. Yeah.
This song just popped
It had
out of
to
Janet in about, it just, boom, download. When
Yeah.
after you sent the email, yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful phrase.
And this song is very appropriate.
We're going to save that song for when we're passing the basket. The next song we're saving it. We're ready to have our facilitators.
Okay. Please.
We shall be patient. Anticipation.
We shall surrender.
Kristin, thank you for your message. It was very fulfilling and just, right? It's so connected on a soul level, your experience, and to help us with that whole concept of nothing is against us. So thank you.
Thank you. Our prayer chaplains are available after this service to provide personal prayer support. If you are a prayer chaplain serving today, please stand. Our prayer chaplains wear the lavender stoles.
Whether you have a joy or concern in your heart today, praying with our prayer chaplains is a powerful opportunity to have your intentions raised up in consciousness.
Now let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law of circulation. As we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack or limitation, and abundance is our true nature.
Right. So for your convenience, there are a variety of ways to financially give to this community. In addition to checks and cash, you can download the Give app, Gyve, on your phone, scan the QR code on the back of the yellow card if you didn't know what that was. That's what it's for. Set up bill pay through your bank. So, and those of you at home, of course, can click on the donate button on the Watch Live page. Lots of options.
I invite you to take your tithe or offering in your hand and repeat our affirmation with me. Together, divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful.
Well, I got something new. I got something true. Are you with me?
We're with you.
Happy anniversary.
You too.
I got a new perception about all these things. And now it's time for application. Application. I got a new life. New life. Yeah. New life. New life. New life. I read the autobiography of a yogi and fell down on the floor of the library. That means he wants me to read it. He said, if your life ain't going the way that you want it, here's a couple of steps so you can change it. Step inside to your third eye and a quiet mind. Yeah, feel the light. Send out peaceful vibes. Let compassion rise. Wrap yourself in love. Wrap yourself in love. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's some lung power right there. All right. More coming to you. Wow. I know. That's good, huh? Well, Spirit, we are so grateful for this community, for the givers, for all of us who are together, for the flow of our prosperity. we see it multiplied, moving through our ministry and blessing many lives. Let's bless it together. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now. So it is. And here come our children. Let's sing them in. Don't forget your mask.
Thank you guys for not making me come up here all by myself. We were all kind of at the back there like, I don't want to go. Do you want to go? I don't want to go. But they came up with me and I appreciate it so much. So today we have Sebastian and James, and Elijah's here too. Yay. And we had a great time, and we made these cute little bees. You want to show your bee? Yeah, and our lesson was to be still. We kind of did the contrast of that. We were very busy. And we were very busy, and then we were very still. And then we were very busy, and then we were very still. And so that's how it... What was that?
We had to be careful.
Yes, we did. And these guys were just showing me so much. I was like, we're going to talk about meditation, and they know all about it. You want to tell them about meditation, James? How do you start? No? No, you don't want to. Well, he knows a lot about meditation. Let me just trust me. So, but we had a great morning, so thank you.
Well, let's bless Michelle and James and Sebastian. And Elijah. All right. Children, youth, and teachers, we love you. We bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you. Thank you. Well, let's hold all children everywhere, maybe all people, however you feel moved as we say our prayer of protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. And before we go into the peace song, I just want to invite us to consider signing the peace song, singing it with our mask on, and consider the fact that your neighbor may not want to hold your hand. So I'm hearing that, folks don't really like the hand-holding things with people they don't know. So don't make that happen if it doesn't feel right. Just, if you've got somebody you came with that wants to hold your hand, or somebody you know wants to hold your hand, sure. But I'm just saying, let's be mindful. So there's different ways to participate in this song, so let's enjoy it in the way that feels good for everyone. All right, let's do it. You are the light and the love and the rest on earth. So let your light shine, have fun, and spread joy.
Everything happens for me. Everything happens for me. Everything happens for me. Everything happens for me.